lady called me over the phone and told me she has a bit of challenge where she's living. She said that she packed into one three-bedroom flat somewhere in Isolo in Lagos State. And then when she moved into the house, she observed that a lot of things were not all right with the house. So she brought the attention of the landlady, of the house. Now the ceiling, the POP ceiling, is already cracked, and some kind of dampness on the wall. So dampness means that the wall is absorbing water, and then it's whenever it rains, it always absorb water, and it's always sticky, gummy, and well cold. So she called the landlady to complain that this thing has to be fixed. Now she already paid her rent. Okay, so she already paid rent and all the fees, and the landlady kept ignoring her calls. She kept calling. All of a sudden, the POP collapsed. And then she told the landlady that, hey, my POP has collapsed. I've been saying it all along that I found cracks on the POP and this, that. The landlady got angry and told her, why didn't you call a carpenter? Why didn't you call a POP person? Why didn't you do this? Why didn't you do that? Earlier, why didn't you do it? Why did you allow it to deteriorate? Why did you allow it to get to this stage? This is your fault. This is your fault. It's not my fault. This, that. So this lady is confused right now. Now she's saying that she might likely move out of the apartment when the rent expires. Okay, but right now they are still in argument about who's going to fix the POP. The simple truth is this: sometimes a lot of tenants, a lot of prospective tenants, are so much in a hurry to move into an apartment that they ignore minor things. When you move into a house, you want to rent a house and you go for inspection, there are very, very key areas you should focus your mind on. There are some things that you should look at and take very, very seriously. Now, if you say you went to the house and you found POP, well, I assume that the cracks you found were after she has made the payment. So that's the problem. Because if you have found a crack before you made the payment and then you call the attention of the landlord to come fix it, she would fix it. Because you already made payment, you made commitment already in the house, it's difficult for her to come and fix it. Most landlords or landlady, whenever the moment they receive your rent, it becomes very impossible for them to execute minor things that you should have done before you have paid the rent. That's why you must not always be in a hurry to pay the rent. Ensure that certain things have been done that will ensure your comfort where you want to stay. So now you made a mistake by paying before observing. All right. Now, one thing you should also know is this: property owners, most of them let. In fact, the rule is that we let as is. The rule is that we let as is. So, if somebody owns a house and wants to rent the house out, he's letting the house as is. It means that he's renting the house out to prospective tenants the way the house is at that moment. Now, it's not left to you as a prospect to say, this house is not the way I want it to be. This house is not up to my taste, so I will not rent. I will go. Somebody else will come and say, this house is not up to what I want. I will not rent, and I will go. Somebody else will come and say, okay, this house is not up to what I want, but I can manage it. Somebody else could even come and say, this house is not up to my standard, but I can, add some value so that it can, so to an extent, get to my standard, and I will manage it. That is what renting an apartment is all about. That's why before you go pay that rent, you need to go for inspection. Confirm that this is exactly what you want, and you'll be happy staying in this kind of apartment. So you made a mistake already. I can tell you for sure that at the end of the day, the landlord or the landlady would fix that apartment, but after much dragging. All right, because she will blame you for not reporting to her that it has gotten to a level of collapse. When you pay for an apartment and you find out that some things are bad. If you call her over the phone the first time, she doesn't respond to you, put it in writing. That is the proof. Put it in writing. Let her receive, let her acknowledge. So that when things like this happen, you have a proof that you've told her over time and she did not take action. All right. So if she delays in fixing it, you can quietly move some of your things out of the house and go somewhere else. Before you go somewhere else, write a letter to her and say that this house is no longer tenantable. So I'm moving to go and squat with a friend until the POP has been totally restored or repaired. Now, I'll be away for so and so time. Or you say that for the period I'll be away, I will count them as negative, meaning that my rent will stop counting from that day that I left that place. And then it will start reading from the day you fix it and I return to the house. If you say that, they can quietly move your things and go stay somewhere else. She will understand. Your landlady will understand.